Hi, I'm Johnny from Johnny's Motorcycle. We got a 74 Z1 project going here. We started disassembling it. Originally I bought the bike as a project bike. It had original paint on it. It had original exhaust. The exhaust was all rotted out. We took it all off. We started to get it running, and I wanted to make it into an unrestored everyday rider, but I didn't get a chance to because we had some cylinder head issues with it. So we're going to start here with the frame. The frame is greasy, it's filthy, but it's in really good shape. There's no extra holes. There's nothing bent. You can see we have some pitting here in the front fender. The legs need redone. It's really a dirty bike, and I was going to kind of leave it like this, but if we wouldn't have to do a bunch of major motor work, we wouldn't have done it. So we're going to replace these fork dust shields and everything, but where I want to start is we're going to look at the frame. The frame's pretty nice. I still have the original decal up front. The pin's in pretty good shape here. The frame's not cracked. Very, very, very nice workable piece. Nothing's been cut off. And if you go up to the top of the forks here, you can see where they're kind of gooned, where someone took it off and what have you. I really don't know how many miles are on this motorcycle because it came with a 1975 Speedo. So the center stands, everything's in good tact. Everything looks pretty good. So we come back here, you can see original paint, 74 paint. Had I kept it as an everyday rider, I probably would have used this paint. I'm gonna have another body set with original body parts that I'm gonna have painted. And I believe we have a set from Japan, but I'm not sure. As you can see, it's a 75 speedometer here. It's got the correct dash and everything. It's all kind of nasty, worn out. You come over here, you'll see the motor. The cylinder looks pretty good. There's no broken fins. It's a genuine 74 Z1 cylinder. As we've talked about before, 73 was smooth here. This takes the O-ring. If you look at the cylinder head is pretty nice. This is not the original cylinder head for the motorcycle. The original cylinder head on the motorcycle was broken in the back. This looks like it's in pretty good shape with no broken fins. The valve seats look nice. We had took it apart and blasted it to make sure there was nothing wrong with it before we went any further with it. The exhaust studs right here where it goes in, the 6mm holes. This is all perfect. This is a really nice cylinder head. Next is the engine. We've not taken the engine all the way apart. As you can see, it had an oil cooler on it. We're going to remove all that. We're going to put the proper stuff on it. I'm not a big fan of oil coolers, but some people like them. I guess you need them if you're in Arizona or something. We don't really need them here in Ohio. Nice serial number on it. Now this is an early 74 Z1. The reason it's early is this block here is smooth. Later ones had a ridge around them. I'm going to show you some more early stuff on this motorcycle as we progress here. This is the carburetors, and these are the early style carburetors. These are just like, excuse me, like 73 Z1. These carburetors have access to the main jet through the float bowl. Late 74 did not. So 73 and early 74 only had main jet access right here. Nice carbs. And we took the cams out, and these look to be like an early set of cams because they're hollow. This is like 73 cams. Nice and hollow. See See what we're talking about right here? It's a hollow cam. Okay, now this is the intake cam. You can always tell the exhaust cam because the tachometer drive is on the exhaust cam. These cams are really nice shape, but like I said, I really have no idea how many miles are on this motorcycle. But these are hollow cams, so this is we're looking at 73 parts. You know, it's an early bike, and we're going to put valves in it, and we have the piston rings, and we're going to assemble this. We're going to clean up the cam cover and stuff. We're going to get that all polished out and stuff. We have new intake manifolds and stuff for it, and this is the O-ring that goes between the cylinder head and the cylinder. We always use the genuine Kawasaki only. We don't use the reproduction one because there's just trouble waiting to happen from our experience. We're getting ready to do the wheels. You can see we blasted this up, or we cleaned this up, took all the spokes out. We're going to powder coat all these mounts. The sprocket carrier is 74 and up. As you can see the line right here. 73 was smooth here. It's got the correct cover with the numbers right here for the 74 for the front sprocket cover. All this stuff is decent shape. It just needs the detail job. We're going to keep this swing arm with the frame. We're going to give this get it powder coated. The swing arm appears to be very, very nice. Nice swing arm. So handlebars are good. Then behind over here, as I said before, this was an original 74 Z1. We were going to keep it as an everyday rider. That's kind of like my style of bike, but once we started, we just couldn't stop, especially when we had the cylinder head damage. So here's the shocks. So we're going to probably take these apart and go through these, maybe rechrome the springs. Now keep in mind here, these are early chain adjusters. As I was talking earlier about this being an early 74, this takes the small chain adjusters, just like 73. Notice how the hole is small here. Okay. Digging some more, we have headlights, pretty nice. Not really nice, but we'll probably put a different one on there since it's got some ripples and stuff. The mirrors are kind of gooned. Still got all the stock turn signals and stuff. Now keep in mind, as we were talking earlier about the 73, early 74, this is a different switch right here. See the red writing and stuff? This is the 73 style switch. So early 74s, they made a lot of 73 parts that were left over for this bike. So this switch here, we're going to redo all this. This is bent a little bit, replace that. You saw the original taillight lens, that'll be nice. We're going to clean all this up. I think this has the makings of a super, super nice bike. And this is what the left switch looks like. Again, 73, early 74 only. These are the pistons that came out of it. Not much blow by. Pretty nice pistons actually. So we probably reuse these. We're going to check the piston wall clearance, see if we have to bore it or anything like that. Sprocket cover is pretty nice. Air box is still pliable. Well, that's a hard part to find. That's the automatic chain oiler tank. Hard to find with the line. Nice battery box. And here's the oil pump that goes underneath the front sprocket cover. These are really hard to find. They didn't really work well, but they had them. Now, follow me over here, you're gonna see where this mounts. This mounts right here. See the surface? This mounts inside this hole. And this is for your automatic chain oiler. That's a pretty cool part. So the bike's gonna have that on it. Some other things are pretty nice that this all needs redone. The master cylinder is okay. The difference between the master cylinder covers, this is the 74 master cylinder cover, this lid here. Okay, we have a later style cap. 73 had the writing on the top that was embossed, where this is just like a decal. Okay, and then we have the other piece here. This is the part that holds the chain guard on, right here like this. This goes just like so. And then it has a band that wraps it around. Okay, so all in all, we expect this to be a pretty good bike. And the best thing this has going for it is everything grew up together. So this will be a pretty easy one to restore. So thanks for tuning in to us, and we'll keep you posted, and we're going to show you the progress and process of degreasing, preparing for the polisher on this particular bike. Thanks. Hey, I'm Johnny from Johnny's Motorcycle. We're working on the 74 Z1, and I want to kind of talk about our process for redoing the wheels. We started out with the 74 Z1, which is hub is 2. We bead blasted it. Well, first we degreased it, then we bead blasted it. But before we did that, we inspected it to make sure that we had a smooth surface. And this isn't really too bad. Not bad at all, actually. So what we're going to do, we're going to put new bearings in here, and we're going to put a new seal in here. And this is for the 74, 75, 73 Z1, all of them actually. As you can see, the hole here for the dampener is offset. If it's right in the middle like that, it's usually for an H2, which would be 72, early 73. So here's our sprocket carrier, and the same story with this. We blasted all the stuff out of here, made sure it was in pretty good shape. So we're going to put a new seal in here and a new bearing, and we're going to we replate the studs that also go in here, which lock in right here. They're like have a flat head to them. They go, it's in here, and then we'll polish this out. This doesn't show. This does, and this does. So we're going to have this polished out here a little bit, and right here, and we'll keep you posted. But we just wanted to kind of briefly show you what's all involved when you get the rebuilt rear wheels from us. This is the process that we go to. Okay, thanks for tuning in. Hi, this is Johnny and Hilo from Johnny's Vintage Motorcycle Company. We want to talk to you a little bit about the 74 Z1 we're restoring. We want to kind of show you the process that we're going through. This is the oil pan, and you can see just how filthy that these bikes can get from sitting. And we recommend changing oil like every 1,000 miles with the filter. Some of the things we're going to look at are is this cracked? There's cooling fins on the bottom. We like to show really nice fins, and this one looks pretty good. So we're going to degrease this, and then we're going to make sure there's no broken fins, and we will bead blast it. Another thing here is this is the oil filter bolt. This is the O-ring. This is when you put these together, there's a spring and there's a washer somewhere in the box. We just took this all apart. But anyway, there's a spring and a washer. They go in here. And this goes under in here where the oil filter goes. Okay. Now, this particular bike had an oil cooler on it. And these are the fittings for the oil cooler. We're going to change this up a little bit because that wasn't genuine, and we're going to make it genuine. And I feel as if you don't live in Arizona or New Mexico or something, you really don't need these. However, some people like them. And of course, this is the Z1 starter. We'll talk a little bit about the Z1 starter. Z1 starters, the cable is part of the starter. When you have a late model starter, and I think they started it in 76, 77, they had a stud coming out where the cable was bolted to the starter motor. Here, it's a one piece. As you can see, there's no mounting here. It's one piece coming all the way out. Okay, here's our drain plug. We're going to put a magnetic drain plug in here when we redo this motorcycle because it's an updated thing and that's how it goes. These are our case bolts. We're gonna replate all these bolts, and we'll show you as the motor's going together. We're gonna show you how nice they look. This is the oil pump. The oil pump looks pretty good. This is the kickstart cover. This all looks pretty good. We're gonna replace the seal and we're gonna polish this out as well as put a new gasket on. So now we're gonna take the transmission out of the motorcycle, and Hilo has all the case bolts out already, so he's gonna show you what's happening here. Okay, there's the case. Okay, it's best, we like to put cardboard and stuff on the metal table just so we don't have a mess going on here. As you can see, there's a mess coming out of here. Okay, this is the transmission. This is the kickstart shaft. This is the crankshaft. To the best of our knowledge, this motorcycle has not been apart. So we're starting out with something good here. We will proceed later on to show you what the crankshaft looks like. We're going to show you if there's any damage, what to look for when you do your motorcycle. And we just want to show you the process. One of the other things we wanted to talk about was if you go to the engine case over here, there's a transmission cover that goes over here. Okay, but when both cases are put together, there's a transmission cover here that goes right here. And a lot of times when the chain came off, we had a lot of damage here. This is good so far. So the bearing races look good. So we're gonna pull this apart and we will connect with you here in a little bit. One of the most important things I want to talk about this motorcycle is the assembly of the oil filter system. Okay, the oil filter system goes like this right here. You've got the bolt, you got the spring, and you got the washer. I would say at least 50% of the oil filters on the Z1s, when people take the filter out, they throw this washer away. You've got to have this washer. It has to be there. So here's how it's set up. You've got the bolt, the spring, and the washer. Okay, and this, when it's tightened up, goes up into the filter and it holds the filter in place. Okay, now another thing I want to talk about. This is an original Z1 oil filter bolt. Later on in life, they came out with a big head. As you can see, the head of this bolt here, it was easily rounded off. And it's hard to get something on there with some leverage. We recommend to get these out, give them a tap, shock the bolt, and if you, at all possible, use a 6-point socket on here. But later in life, like I'm saying, they came out with a larger head, so you didn't have these issues. Now we're going to pull the crankshaft out of this motorcycle. Right here on the KZ1000, these flywheels here are round. Where the Z1, they call it chopped. Right here is the angle, right here. Usually they're round. They kind of look like this all the way around. So we're going to pull this transmission out of here and see if we can find any issues or whatever.
The second gear usually round here, dog.
Okay.
Second
gear looks pretty good right here. These dogs here, like Hilo was saying, are usually rounded off. This is pretty cool. We are going to disassemble the whole transmission, inspect it. But overall, this is pretty nice. Now this you can use an equation here. This bike came to us with a stock airbox and stock exhaust system, even though it was rotted out. Usually, the bikes that have the headers on them and the little individual filters, those are the ones that have been jammed and run hard. So this bike was a touring model. So therefore, usually the transmissions are pretty good on the bikes that people are just cruising. But once you put that loud exhaust on and the individual air cleaners, that's when the troubles usually begin. And usually it's kind of hard on the brakes too. Okay, we're gonna pull this crankshaft out of here. Okay, here's the crankshaft. Okay, this is the crankshaft for the motorcycle. This is what they call the cam chain. Now the cam chain does not have a master link in it. To replace a cam chain, you got to pull the crankshaft out of the motorcycle. So automatically this gets changed no matter what we change it. Okay, over on this side, this is actually the right side of the crankshaft right here. This is where your spark advance and stuff goes right here on the side here, on the right hand side of the motorcycle. If we go to the opposite side of the motorcycle right here, the crankshaft, Z1 is tapered here with a key. And this crankshaft looks nice. I mean, judging by what we said, as I told you about the exhaust and the airbox, this is a good motor. I don't think this motor has ever been abused. The oil is like, you can look at the oil, it's not filthy, and we still have pretty clean oil right here in the transmission races. So, though I think this is going to be good. And also you're going to notice there's pins here where the crankshaft goes. All these pins are nice. They're all nice. So I believe we have a really good motor to start here with. Obviously, we're going to keep the original crankcase with the frame. So we're going to take all this to Ed's and at Ace Powder Coating, and we're going to get all this stuff vapor blasted, and we're going to see what it looks like. So we'll keep you posted here. Okay, we made some more progress on the 74Z1. We got the fork on it. We got new handlebars. The powder coated upper and lower triple clamp. These are bolts that we make here at Johnny's for the pinch bolts. Here and here. These are all good parts there. These are our handlebar bolts right here that we make. This is a steering head bolt that we make. We make this bolt. This is all replated zinc parts. This is all genuine stuff. We have new Timken bearings right here, Timken style bearings in the neck. Okay, perfect frame, nice everything. The fork tubes are nice. This is all nice stuff. We had the lower legs polished. The fork tubes are good. This is not the wheel we're running. We just have this wheel on here just for temporary so we can roll it around. And you come down into the frame. The frame's all nice. There's a center stand. And these are replated center stand bolts. And the spring is new, I believe. Nice parts. Then also we have the wheels over here with the swing arm. This is the original swing arm for the bike. Got some fingerprints on it, but it's okay. This is all powder coated, ready to go. And these are the rims that we're making for the bike. This all gets covered up by the cap and the rotor and everything. So these are genuine Takasago rims with nice quality reproduction spokes. And the same with the rear. This has been powder coated. This is the rear rim. Notice how we have bearings, new bearings, polished hub. And this is also another genuine rim. with spokes. Now the rims are, a little thing about the rims are not reproduction. They're genuine used rims, but that makes the bike a lot more authentic. Takasago is the company that made them, and they're made in Japan. So it's a nice added addition for us. That's something we like. So we got the battery box and stuff in it. It's all powder coated. One of the updated parts we are going to put on this bike is a solid state regulator rectifier. This is this eliminates the old stuff. This is the regulator rectifier combined. And we have there's a tail light, the fender, genuine grab bar, genuine shocks. Pretty good shape. We make these bolts. These are our nuts. This is all replated. All the stuff here, the swing arm axle's replated. The foot peg studs are replated with replated castle nuts. As you can see, we have the new handlebars. These are reproduction handlebars, but they're just for a Z1. And we've got all this polished out, powder coated clamps. And we have here a genuine 74 backing plate with a line here on the sprocket backing plate. See the line? We got a new sprocket, new seal, new bearing, new locks. These are Johnny's locks. These are Johnny's nuts. So this is all polished out, pretty nice. And here's the backing plate. This is a 74 backing plate. Really nice shape now. All cleaned up and blasted on the inside and polished on the outside. We're going to put a warning decal here. This is where the arrow points to the brake usage. And this is something I'm not 100% with, but this is a the original disc here. This is made in 11 of 1973. We have the K means 11, and this is the Emperor's number in Japan. We have a Japanese mechanic that just told us about this, so this is all pretty cool. So you're gonna have a genuine rotor. This is all gonna be pretty good. And we also have dated shocks here in the back. How cool is that? Then we also have the foot pegs that are nice rubbers. The seat mechanism is all redone, all powder coated, and they got all the correct bolts and everything. So this will be a nice piece. As you can see, we have the powder coated center stand with bolts being re-zinced, and the kickstand bolt and the side spring and everything. So we'll keep you posted on this one. We're probably about another week and a half out on this one. So got the motor basically all together. Got the brake pedal on. You see how we have our covers polished, vapor blasted cases. This is all nice polished stuff here. As you can see, starting at the back, we've got our new decal over here for the brake usage. There's a arrow that comes off the rear brake cam to tell you how your brakes are wearing and what have you. And this is all replated, the replated rod, replated spring, replated barrel. All this is replated. We're just now trying out these new tires from Continental. Never used them before. This is a period correct tire. So we're gonna give these a try and see how these are doing. Got the electrical system all hooked up basically right here. Got the new Continental tire in the front. Notice we have the nice spokes and everything, and these are our polished lower legs and what have you. So if you come around to the front of the motor, you can see the nice bolts going all the way through here and everything. So this is going to be a really nice bike. Got the steering lock here on the bottom, on the lower triple clamp. So this is going to be a good one. Behind you here, you can see we started rebuilding the brake caliper. No, this has got the new O-rings in it. It's got the rubbers here. We make a fitting for here. This fitting here is for bleeding. We're gonna put one of our reproduction ones that we make. You'll be able to see that soon. And these are the caliper mount bolts that go to the lower legs. This is also a Johnny's part. This is all made in the USA, including this. We import the rebuild kit, but this is a nice rebuild kit. It comes with the O-rings for the shafts, and it comes with these boots right here. Nice stuff. Excuse me. It's winter in Ohio. One of the things I'm really kind of proud of, I located a gentleman in Florida that rebuilds gauges. These are rebuilt genuine Kawasaki gauges. And you see it's a 73 gauge, but they use it on early 74. Get the little gap between the mile per hour and the ND symbol here. This is a rebuilt genuine gauge. These aren't cheap. And then you got the speedometer here. This will be the mate to it. Got the stop lamp in it and everything. It's pretty cool. We think this will be a nice added touch. And we got a new wiring harness for the meters. So it's going to be good. We're in the process. We'll be doing all the restoration of the gauges and stuff. We found a nice used dash that we're probably going to put on it. This was the one that came off of it. Definitely, I guess in today's world you call that an upgrade. Plus this is broken. So we're going to try to fix it up. And, as we talked about, we wound up changing the bodies. So I got you the brand new bodies, and we want to put new stems on it right here. And then we put the Stanley lenses on it. Pretty cool. Also, what we're going to do is we just ordered a bunch of stuff from Japan last night. So we're going to get you brand new brackets, because these will work on someone else's bike. It's kind of so-so. So I've got the new emblems coming for it. I've got emblem for that, emblem for that. We got a new seat for it. So here's kind of what it looks like, kind of mocked up. Not bad. If you come over here, we've got a set of rims to chrome. Takasago rims. They're not bad, but they're not good. We're ready for the chromer. I got a box of springs I'd like to have the guy at least look at. I got a fender here with absolutely no dents in it. And I got to come up with a rear fender, which we'll come up with later on this afternoon. So let's keep in touch and we'll go from there. Started out green. Okay, as you can see, we got the motor in the frame. Top end's all redone. Everything is good on the inside, as we showed you earlier in our previous video on this motorcycle. Good transmission, everything. We're getting the meter fixed here, the tachometer, getting that repaired. We got new Continental tires. Front end's nice. Very, very good condition still. Should have her done in another couple weeks or so. One thing we have is it has the automatic chain oiler. That's really rare. This is one of Kawasaki's primitive ideas. So here's the tank. Then the line goes down in here to this pump. It's all set up. We're not going to hook it up because it just leaves a mess all over the place. And there's a reason why that everybody took them off. However, it's one of the rarest things to find on a Z1. So we've got the nice chain guard, genuine chain guard, genuine shocks, genuine foot pegs, new O-ring chain, many replated bolts. The covers are polished out. As you can see, the cylinder here, it's ready to go. Pistons are all cleaned up, rocking. Got some new coils here. Bike's really clean. We wound up putting a really nice dash on the between the gauges, as we were talking about earlier. So that's all pretty nice. Got some new old stock rim locks. Also, we have the special boot here with the ribs. A lot of nice parts here. Original decals on the inner fender. So we'll keep you in tune here. It's about as nice as you get. It is the original motor, original frame, original forks, original swing arm, genuine rims. So we'll have some new videos posted. We had the paint job done in Japan. We have a brown body set we're going to put on this. So that's really going to make it nice. We'll keep in tune with you, and thanks for looking at our video. Okay, here's our 74 Z1. I can't say enough good stuff about this bike. It's coming along so well. As you can see, we have the exhaust on it. There's a couple different generations of exhaust out there. These are the ones that are made in Japan. They're super, super, super nice. They fit just like new. If you look over here, you can see the baffles and stuff. This is really, really nice. This is all really starting to come together nice. As you can see, we have the tail section on the motorcycle. We had this body job done in Japan probably about 10 or 12 years ago. We're finally using it up, and it looks absolutely fantastic. We now have the cylinder head on the motorcycle. It's got all the correct bolts. There's no broken fins. I mean, everything is just really the way it's supposed to be. We have the nice clamps here for the spark plug wires, and if you come up here, it's got the correct switches on it. We're still waiting for the tachometer to come back. We have a guy that rebuilds these original gauges. Got the majority of the wiring is on it now, and got the main wiring harness on. If you look here, we have a this is all the battery cables. We're still using a modern battery. This is a sealed battery. We elected not to use the battery with the vent tube, simply because we just don't like battery acid coming out, and we just have way too much time and money, and the bike's so gorgeous we'd rather not have battery acid anywhere on it. We got the brakes are everywhere hooked up. This is all mint. So we'll keep you posted on this one. This bike is just fantastic. We can walk around the other side and take a look at some more stuff. Not everything on the bike is all original, but we got a few reproduction parts on it, but not too many. And obviously we're getting ready to put the carburetors on the next couple days here, so we got this all sealed up. We don't want any dirt in here. But everything is just, everything is looking good. Hey, we got all the stuff in from Paul's Chrome. We're getting ready to open it up now and inspect everything. They got it all stapled and stuff, so they must be professional. The boxes are excellent. They got staples, so obviously I have my tools here, so I'm going to open up the boxes and we're going to take a look at the chrome and see what it looks like. Nice pack job. Holy crap, nice pack job. These guys got it going on. The parts are as nice as they're packing. It's got to be good. The chrome is absolutely gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. We're going to open the next box and show you, but this is nice. They're most expensive chrome shop I've ever seen in my life, but man, they do nice work. I guess I'd recommend the place. Boy, is it. They're steep, but they're good. Well, I don't know what to say on that one, but anyway, rims look good, springs look good, and we're going to take a look at the rest of the stuff. The front fender's nice. Boy, is that nice. And Johnny's got the rear fender. Pretty good looking stuff. We've never put parts this nice on the bike before. This is a whole new chapter, so we should have this done soon. So we'll keep in touch.
Sounds so sweet. 900 was always just the right size bike. You know, not too big. Right?